Hi there. This video is part of a series explaining the single code of practice. So if you haven't already, please start with episode 1 so that you don't miss any important information. Now I know that for some of your sites, you'll have motorists that think as long as they are quick, they can park up, do what they need to and leave. And because they are within the consideration period, they don't need to comply and they won't be issued with a parking charge. But that's not what the consideration period is for. And you're only obliged to provide the consideration period for motorists to either comply with the terms and conditions or decide they don't want to park and leave. The code is clear that you aren't obliged to provide the full consideration period if the motorist uses the time on site for any other reason. So if the motorist pops into a shop, nips over to the cash machine, drops off a passenger, or does anything else whilst parked on your site, that's your indicator that the consideration period has ended and the motorist has accepted the terms, which of course apply whether or not the motorist has chosen to read them. However, the code is also clear that you must have evidence to prove the consideration period has ended. Your photographic evidence is going to be really important for charges where the full consideration period hasn't been given. If you issue the charge because the motorist did something other than read the signs, can you prove it? If you can't prove why you issued the charge, the motorist could appeal and claim they were just reading a sign and then decided to leave. Without any evidence to support the charge, you would probably have to cancel it.